Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Novita Meri Anggraini. Here I will discuss the phenomenon of sea foam. What can be seen next to me is an image of sea foam. Everyone must be wondering what is sea foam. The sea foam formation is found in various coastal areas around the world. Sea foam is considered a natural phenomenon, but its appreciation can be caused by human activities in certain parts of the world. So, that it becomes a toxic problem for residents living along the coast. What causes sebum? Sebum, also called ocean and beach foam, is created by agitation of seawater close to shore, particularly when it contains high concentration of dissolved organic matter. The foam is formed by air, water, and a characteristic ingredient called a surfactant that is derived from courses of source. There are two kinds of ocean foam that can be formed: the white sea foam and the reddish-brown colored foam that is curled up in the surf zone and below inland where the waves are at their strongest. Essentially, sea foam is totally natural and is not a big even compared to other natural occurrences. Sea foam can contain pollutions or contaminants from seawater or storm water. Drain debts are in the vicinity of the blanket of sebum that are accumulated and on the beach. Sebum is a global phenomenon and it varies depending on location and the potential influence of the surrounding marine, freshwater, and terrestrial environments. Due to its low density and persistence, foam can be blown by strong onshore wind from the beach face island and can cause some trouble to coastal Delaware, filling city streets with blankets of foam. How does sea foam from? When high concentration of decoy accumulate in the ocean happens, they usually end up washing up and look like a brown or reddish type of foam in the surface. Large amount of decaying algal matter often was acids. Foam from as this organic matter are carned up by the surface, something referred to as the right tide. It can be caused by the presence of the waste product created by human activities. In order for foam to form, you need air, water, and a key three ingredients called a surfactant. A surfactant, a kind of the sticky molecule that cling to the surface between water and air. This molecule is man-made and comes from fertilizers, industry waste, and even sewage in the ocean. All surfactants have one thing is common, is that one end of the molecule is hydrophilic, which means it's attracted to water while the other end of the molecule is hydrophilic, which means it's repelled by water. Air can be trapped inside this waste product protein, fats that algae and from bubble close to the shore brought in the tidus current or wind, which stick to each other through super tensions. Right tide is a phenomenon with a large population of phytoplankton. A single kelp plants grow very fast or bloom and accumulates into dense, visible patches near the water surface. Nutrient pollution along with higher water temperature can fuel this colored foaming. What color is sea foam? Foam on the sea, excluding these causes, is white in type. Single colored algae, which is powdered finally, is regarded to be the constituent of the white sea foam, forming as their powdery substance emanates sea foam, formatting protein which is transient in the formation of foam. The disturbance of the surface tension allow for air to mix with the water and from bubbles. The foam can be different colors depending on the surfactant, which can contain detergent and soap. Is sea foam toxic? Most sea foam is not harmful and is often a sign of a healthy ecosystem. Still, when large healthy algal blooms decay too close to source, they have the potential for a negative impact on human health and the environment. During this event, the sea foam creates bubbles that become airborne. Toxic from algae worm involved with the sebum bubble can release them in an aerosol form. This form can have effect on people with chronic respiratory illness like asthma or can irritate the eyes of big cars and poses a health risk for children and pets. Along Gulf Coast beaches during warmth of Caronia beerfish, for example, popping sea foam bubbles are one way that algal toxic becomes airborne. The resulting aerosol can irritate the edges of beach cars and poses a health risk for those with asthma or other respiratory conditions. The presence of sea foam could be dangerous, as it contains noxious substances that could harm not only the local population but also the birds and other creatures. This could result in health problems and also problems pertaining to the presence of the other harmful creatures that could hide in those fruits and cause irritable damage to the native. Before you starting playing in the ocean from which is kinda tempting when you see it. Understand that it could be to be dangerous. Lastly, let us discuss about the mechanical and chemical phenomena. The combination of the agitated seas and decomposing organic matter often leads to the creation of the large window of the ocean foams. These white or beige bubbles stick to each other and grow in size thanks to a process called surface tensions. Organic matter helps reduce the surface tension of water and contributes the turbulence of bubble. In other words, surfactants make the bubble last much longer. The creation of large sea foam infested areas near to source often coincides with high stormy weather and winter. In fact, the more turbulent and violent the waves, the more foam will be created. So, sebum is mechanical and chemical phenomenon that result from the combination of two relevant factors: powerful seal or storm and the presence of high concentrations of organic matter in seawater. And whenever Higgs on source wind take over, sebum is often blown from the shoreline or a bit into terra firma. Interestingly, the creation of the sebum is similar to the formation of sea spray, both recent from the breaking of the waves. However, sea sprays does not rely on the presence of organic matter to form. The aerosol particles are bursting bubbles created mostly by the regular breaking waves and the plunging waves. In most cases, sebum is a mixture of dome, which include phytoplankton, zooplankton, bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi, and the other detritus. Alright, that's all I can say about the sebum phenomena.